What is going on, everyone? We are back again for another great stream. Hope you guys are all having a great Monday. The little foam piece to the end of my headset was destroyed by my dog last night, so I ordered a couple more just in case, but today you might hear, it might be picking up a little bit more, I guess, air sounds as I talk. So I apologize for that, but without I guess I can get rid of this screen too. I don't know why that's still up there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get in the cockpit. I already had the ground power going, so I could get the IRSs aligned. So now we can get our APU going. This is the first stream with the A320. I actually bought the A330 last night because I like the A320 so much. I will say though, landing this thing has been a little challenging for me, and normally I'm fairly good at landing, so something that we'll continue to work on, but don't judge me on these first few is what I'm saying. Alright, APU is available. Get rid of that external power. Get the packs on here. We're doing a flight. This first flight's going to be from Salt Lake City, and we're heading into Palm Springs, where it is 118 degrees currently, so nice and warm. Looking like there is currently ATC there. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to be. It says until local time 1400 Zulu, so that's about 2 o'clock. So we may not catch that one, but we will see. All right, just checking. Let's get my sim brief up here. All right, beacon light on. I don't have the chat up right now, so if you guys have said anything, I haven't seen it yet. I'm got a couple other pages open here real quick. KSLC-KPSP. Align the IRS. Our flight is UAL. We're flying United 2020. Cost index is 50. And we're doing a 320 cruise. This does have the sound upgrades by BSS as well. I got the BSS sound upgrades for the A330 also, so that should be pretty fun. once we get into flying that. Altimeter setting is 3012. Current Salt Lake City temperature is 31 degrees Celsius, about 88 degrees. Alright, let's go ahead and put our flight plan here. Alright, so the departure is going to be 34 right. And it's the EF4. BERYL is the transition. Arrival is 13 right via the S Bonos, Sunny Bono, nice. And then it is GSF. There we go. Go ahead and add that into our flight plan. We can delete this disco. Not too sure why it says 240. Go ahead and fix that. Go. Looks all good there. IRSs should be aligned. Yes, they are. Alright, cool. Let's get the chat open back up here. Karsonh H, hashtag we will be judging. I'm sure you will. All I can say is I have yet to have one, well, if you can walk away from it, it's successful, I guess you could say, but I've had pretty much no luck with landing this plane, and I don't know if it's my joystick, because I'm used to flying on the yoke. I switched to a joystick for this to make it a lot, more real. So we will see. It just kind of drops, I guess. Maybe my approach speeds are a little low. I don't know. We'll kind of work on it as we go. All right. Get those seatbelt signs on. Lights on. Do a quick run through here, real quick.
spoilers armed.
Oh, we can set that when we start. All right. Let's go ahead and get ready for pushback here. So we're going to want to head down this way. Let's call for the tug. Those off for engine start, and let's go ahead and get pushing.
Park brake off. Starting engine 2.
Sounds on this are pretty amazing. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Been trying to work out the sound with the engines as long with being able to hear me as well, so let me know how I'm coming in on this currently.
Park brake on.
Alright, let's go ahead and get number
Starting
one
engine
started.
1.
If you guys are just joining us, welcome in. Doing a quick little flight from Salt Lake City to Palm Springs, and then we're gonna head on over to Phoenix from Palm Springs. All right. Go ahead and get the APU off now. And the pack's back on. Let's drop the flaps.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2.
Taxi light is on. Auto brake set to max. Just double check squawk box here. Get off standby. Oh wow, do we have actually Salt Lake City ground? Really? Well, this is good. 121.9. No one's talking. Salt Lake City ground, United 2020, requesting taxi for takeoff.
United 2020 Salt Lake ground, you're going to need a clearance before I can taxi you off to the runway.
So apparently we need a clearance. I didn't think anyone was here that was going to... Alright, we'll get that clearance real quick, United 2020. I don't think there's anyone to even give us a clearance, so... maybe we can get Oakland Center to give us a clearance, because I think the guy that was supposed to give us our clearance just got off.
United 2020 cleared to Palm Springs International. Needed for departure, then BERYL transition. Finish valve. Climb via SID, departures off the line. Squawk 520.
Could you repeat that for United 2020? Sorry, I was on and looking at something.
United 2020 cleared to Palm Springs International. Needed for departure, BERYL transition is allowed. Climb via SID, departures off the line. Squawk 0520.
Alright, we are cleared to Palm Springs Airport. The Edith BERYL transition. Climb via the SID and squawk 0520, United 2020.
United 2020, you're back to correct. Coming from Jackson.
And United 2020 is ready to taxi.
United 2020, taxi runway 34 right, via hotel.
34 right via hotel, United 2020. Yeah, that's what I thought. He was telling us to get clearance, but there wasn't a clearance, and I think he realized that once the guy logged off that there was no clearance. That's why he ended up giving us our clearance. Alright. Alright, we got that out of the way. Get this show on the road.
Park brake off. Park brake on. Park brake off. Park brake on.
I said bye to the
Park
tow
brake
already,
off.
but now he should be gone.
Park brake on. Park brake off.
There he goes.
Park brake on. Park brake off. Park brake on.
Okay, he's gone.
Park brake off.
We're aware the park brake is off. Can we go now?
Park brake on.
Ay, ay, ay. What's going on here?
Park brake off. Park brake on.
He's gone. I don't know what we're...
Park brake off.
There we go. Just takes a little while, I guess. Alright, here we go.
When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the middle fitting one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end to the strap. To release your seatbelt, let the upper portion of it buckle. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 forward, 2 aft, and 1 over wing. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you.
Not too sure if this guy is deciding to operate
The mask towards you.
tower as well. We can go ahead and just give him a call when we get there.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the
And
mask.
see if he'll give us
Slip it
our
over your hand.
takeoff clearance.
Fasten the straps around your waist and twist at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. You will find this and all the other safety information in the card located at the If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Welch, what's going on, man? How you doing? Also, if you guys want to track my flight, put this in for you here. looks like we have a Denver center and an Oakland center, and I'm looking at the map right now. It looks like we're going to be passing like right between them, so we shouldn't be contacting them, at least unless they tell us to. But yeah, if you guys click on that link that Nightbot just posted, that'll give you the live update for the flight. If you guys are just joining us, welcome in. Getting ready to take off here from Salt Lake City to Palm Springs. Mic might be a little messed up today. My dog chewed off the foam piece to it yesterday, so it might be a little windy. Sorry about that. Now this guy's running ground, but he also gave us our clearance, so we're gonna see if he'll do our departure, or he's gonna run tower as well. Get our lights on. Alright, everything looks good. Salt Lake City ground, United 2020 is holding short of 3-4 right, ready to go.
United 2020 Montreal, you can call 120 today.
Could you repeat that for United 2020?
United
122.8. See you later, United 2020. It is so loud in this cockpit. I gotta adjust that sound really quick. I can't hear anything. All I hear is plane. I can't hear him at all, but that doesn't make it any better. Gosh, this is so loud. Alright, so there's no one on tower here, so we're just gonna go. The sound is so loud in my headset. I'm gonna have to figure that out when we get up in the air. Alright, so here we go. I tell you, out of this whole live stream so far, everything has been sound issues. One plane is louder than the other, one plane's quiet. It seems to never be right. Alrighty. But we're good to go. Kind of hoping that guy was just going to cover tower for us as well, even though he's ground. Sometimes they'll do that, but obviously not this guy. Alright, here we go. Toga.
On runway
Power set.
34 right.
100 knots.
We're a little bit heavy today, as you can tell. The takeoff roll is a bit long.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
All right, and gears
Gear up.
going up.
Too low. Gear.
Go ahead and start our turn. Flaps.
Speed checked. Flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 0.
Alrighty. Autopilot take over.
Autopilot 1. Cross check.
There we go. Alright, lights going off. And we are on our way to Palm Springs. Go ahead and get a cool little view here. Boy, this thing just sounds unbelievable. That sound upgrade, it just makes the biggest difference. Also gonna, because a lot of people ask during these streams, I'm gonna put in what I have as far as payware goes. Alrighty, we are on our way. Chose a couple quick flights again today. Flight time is about 1 hour and 20 minutes from Salt Lake to Palm Springs, and then Palm Springs to Phoenix is about 40 minutes or so, so pretty quick flight. Danny Studios, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Came at the right time. We just departed Salt Lake City, heading over to Palm Springs now.
Standard BERYL crosscheck. Passing flight level 189.
Again, Nightbot had put in there on VATAware this flight for us, so you can track us along as we go. We're not going to be tuning into Denver Center because we're literally going to be passing right in between him and Oakland. So there's no need to be tuning into him because there's not a whole lot he can do for us. As you can tell, I set up a couple views today. Figured it's a lot easier to do it this way than to be moving around midstream. Danny Studios doing fantastic. That's awesome, dude. Glad to hear. Going to be heading to some warm temperatures today. Palm Springs is about 118. Phoenix is pretty much about the same. They're getting up there. They're almost about 120 today, so it's definitely going to affect engine performance. Palm Springs a little bit more of a short runway, so we're going to turn that flex down to make sure we can get off the ground in time. And I was going to throw this out there for anybody who knows how to do Ortho 4XP. Trying to get this done, and I've been running into a few issues with it. So if anybody wants to help me install Ortho 4XP, I'd be willing to compensate you, give you, maybe a payware aircraft or something from the org or something like that for you guys for your time, because I really want to get this going and I've been struggling quite a bit. So anybody that knows how to do it, just shoot me a message, and I'd be, like I said, glad to give you something in return for helping me out. My type of weather, hashtag Texas. Oh, I bet it's a little bit more humid in Texas too. I've been to Texas before, and man, I went during the summer. The humidity was awful. No thanks, it was terrible. So for the next few streams, we'll probably be doing the A320, maybe just the next one, and then moving on to something else. Unless you guys want to see something else, let me know. Because I'm really trying to get this A320 figured out. Everything is great. I mean, systems fine, taking off, departing, all that. It's landing this thing, and like I said, it could be my joystick too. I've got to check the null zone on it, but it just seems a little bit delayed. I think that could be the null on it as well. I'm going to plan to try intercept you at Palm Springs and fly the next leg. AAL flies it. All right, yeah, that sounds great. Be awesome. Be a fun little jump on over to Phoenix. And when I get to Palm Springs, I'll probably, I'm going to reset the sim, because if not, I may get some issues with crashes, so I'll be resetting that. CB, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We're doing our flight right now, Salt Lake City to Palm Springs. How do you get VATSIM? Just go to the VATSIM page and you should be able to register on there. Yeah, I guess that is true also. What sim do you use? But VATSIM, it's great for pretty much every sim.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened. Thank you.
Yeah, if you go to VATSIM's website, you should be able to register on there. That's exactly what I did. And then you just they'll show you what plugins you can install. I did Squawk Box. That's what I use. So when you want to access it, you just go to plugins, Squawk Box, and then that's how you connect, and you can send out your flight plan from there and everything. There's the website for you. I just pasted it in there. CB. Welcome to the flight sim community. Definitely be a pretty spendy hobby, but man, it doesn't get any more fun. And sims are getting so much better these days. It's awesome. How do you connect in game? Once you register, they'll give you the option to download those plugins. So you'll want to download. I did Squawk Box. It's totally up to you. And then if you look on the screen here, I can go to Squawk Box on the plugins, and then I'll select Connect, and then it connects me, and then that's where you send your flight plan in and all that. X-Plane 11 is awesome. Yeah, dude, I agree with you 100%. At first, when I got my new computer all set up, I was going to do a P3D, and because I had X-Plane 10, and honestly, I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. I had a lot of issues, but I was also doing it on a Mac, and I don't know, there's just something about it, it didn't like the Mac all that well. But once I saw X-Plane 11 and how real it looks just basically out of the box, or out of the download, I guess, it's crazy. Oh boy, Nightbot is out to kill again. I don't know why he does that sometimes. Sometimes he'll just go through and absolutely destroy someone. It's on the prowl. Exactly. He's out there. He's gonna get you. If you guys are just joining us, I am just reposting the VATAware, so you can track the flight during. You just have to click on the link, and it'll show you exactly where we're at and how far we have to go. It depends. If the last message, did you do in all caps or anything like that? Because sometimes if you do all caps, Nightbot doesn't allow that, and he goes through and just deletes everything. So it really just depends. Or if they I guess they consider it spamming if there's more, or a whole bunch of messages in a row or something. I don't know. Nightbot's crazy. Or he just feels like taking you out, and he's just gonna do it. He's crazy. If you guys haven't yet, that are watching, make sure you smash down that like button and subscribe. A little more details in the description when we hit 1,000. No, that's obviously not okay. I guess he got you again. But anyways, yeah, when we hit 1,000 subs, I'm gonna do the X and Enviro giveaway. So I'll just input you guys all into a system, and it'll choose a winner. And if you have X and Enviro already, then you can just choose a payware aircraft or whatever it may be. But yeah, might as well give back a little bit for you guys tuning in and watching us fly. And again, I'm always down to have you guys join me on the flights. Makes it more fun when there's a couple of us flying. Nightbot's after everyone. I know. He is not messing around right now. He's out to get you. So we're currently 363 miles out. Not too bad. It should be pretty quick. Let's check out the weather. So 070 at 5. I have us coming in on 13 right. It's actually fairly low winds for Palm Springs. I landed there yesterday. I was doing this flight just to run through it, and winds were quite a bit more. Times we were hitting gusts of like 25 knots. It was crazy. Most of it was a headwind though, so it wasn't too bad. While we're doing this cruise, I am going to check on my settings really quick as far as my headset goes. Because on here, no problem. I mean, that's how it's coming out, so that's not an issue. It's I might pause it here for a second. Oops. Oh well. Turn this down a little bit. Turn this down. Radios are up. See, and it's funny because I'll make those adjustments and it literally does nothing. And I have a volume on my headset, however, that's the volume for radios as well, so not exactly sure what's going on here. I'm gonna have to get this figured out so I can hear ATC a lot more clear. I didn't realize CB just got timed out for 600 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and adjust that because that's a little much. There's no reason for him to get timed out that long. Turn that down quite a bit so he can come back in here and join us, because that timing out thing is a little much. I'm not too sure why it was even set to 600 seconds. That is a long time. Should be good now. Is it a payware aircraft? Yes, this A320 is a payware aircraft. It's the JAR design A320. And then I did the BSS sound upgrades. Very impressed with those. I mean, it's amazing how great it sounds. There may be sound settings in the FMS if it has an aircraft option page. I know that some of the planes in FSX do. I know this does have a settings in it. We can check. I know there is a settings page. Not exactly sure. Let's see. Oh, sound volume. Okay, so let's see. Because this also has a sound thing up here, but see, if you set it up here, because I have it in the plugins, I've noticed that one in the plugins doesn't work. So this actually might work. Let's just do a test and turn it all the way down and see. Well, not really noticing internal engine difference. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing much on here. And then when I go to these, I can adjust the volume, but like, see, you can hear it working. The cockpit, I just don't know, like, let's turn down some of the wind. This might help quite a bit. Oh, we got Phoenix approach on, so that could be good when we do our flight over to Phoenix. So I have the cockpit up to 100%. We'll see if that means like radios as well. Got my engine started up on a flight. Nice. What are you flying and where are you flying to? Well, I guess where you flying from and where you flying to. How hectic is it flying into New York with 3 different airports? You know, I haven't done a lot of flying into New York. I've done a lot of flying out of New York, and unfortunately I didn't have VATSIM up and running that time. So, I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking though maybe we should do a flight flying into maybe JFK or LaGuardia one of these days here soon. That could be pretty fun. Got to do it on a day though when there's some actual ATC over there, which I think there's a lot of ATC over there most of the time, so that would be pretty fun. Hoping that Phoenix approach will still be on there by the time we get there. We'll see. Just depends, because we still have to land, restart, reset up the systems, and then still fly there. So we'll see if they're still on at that time. The 738 default Delta KDCA to KIAD. I want to try the closest flight ever. I will make a suggestion. Flying into an airport when an event is going on is the bomb. Would suggest that when you can see. And I'm fairly new to VATSIM, so I see that it shows events. It says events 2, for example, at San Diego. I'm just hovering over it, but there's nothing going on. Are these like future planned events, and then you just fly into them? Because that would be a lot of fun. Doing like a huge group with all the people, that'd be awesome. And CB, yeah, the 7.3 is actually a great plane. The only thing it needs is a sound upgrade, because the sounds on it are absolutely terrible. Audio, I think it's Audio Bird XP or XP Audio Bird. They're doing something here, and they're going to be coming out with it for the basic or default 7.3 that's going to upgrade all the sounds on it, so that should be good. I wish some developer would just finally come out with like the next gen or the Max or something. We have the IXEG 7.3, but that's an older model. It's the I believe it's the 500 or 300, one of the two. I think it's maybe a 300, but that one's great. Once it's compatible with X-Plane 11, it'll work, but it doesn't always work the greatest. So it'd be nice if someone would come out with a real new 7.3 Max or next gen. VATSIM.net, and then division info, events counter. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look into that, because it'd be cool to do a live stream for an event, like, you know, some events going on and all that. That'd be a lot of fun. Thanks, Danny, for that. That's awesome. You're not old enough. I think you're old enough. What do you have to be? Yeah, you have to be 13. You act like you're 13. No one's gonna say anything. As long as you're not trolling to ATC and actually, like I would highly recommend watching some YouTube videos on it. Just to kind of learn ATC communication. And once you get it down, it's not hard. For me, I haven't done it in years. Since I went to flight school back in 2010, I don't do a lot of IFR flying and all that. So it's like you got to get used to getting back into ATC communication. But once you start getting it, it just becomes super easy. But I would highly recommend watching some videos. Karsonh H, how does this Airbus handle The 4 forces of flight. Wow, you're diving into flight school, huh? Handles all of them wonderfully. Even though it is an Airbus, I can't say I'm the biggest Airbus fan. And again, wait till you see me land this thing and you'll see why. I don't know how every time I fly in an Airbus, the landings are so smooth because I struggle with this. I'll just stick to my Boeing planes. I think the 7.3 MAX is awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. 7.3s, yep, 100%. I was saying on the stream the other day that the MD-80 is my all-time favorite aircraft, but the 7.3 is probably my second. Just, it's a workhorse. It's basically an well, I don't want to say Airbus, but it's basically like a, you know, bus in the air. And you don't use a mic. Yeah, you don't have to use a mic. You can do text in there as well. So, for example, you put requesting clearance to taxi to runway. Is that right so far? So, if there was a clearance on there, or like for example, Oakland Center, you would contact them and ask for IFR clearance to your destination airport, and then you be ready to write down. I mean, they'll send you the text since you don't have the headset, but you got to be able to write it down what they tell you to do. They'll give you your departure clearance, all that for your flight, and then you have to read it back to them, or in your case, type it back to them, and then you'll go from there. And then once you get that, then you'll get your clearance to taxi. Then, and this is obviously if all ATC is up and running, because it's not always like that. Sometimes it's one thing, like towers up, grounds up. It's not always going to be all of them. So about 257 out. Let's go ahead and get a update. Still the same. All right. Our top of descent is still a little bit of ways out. I love this view. This is awesome. Can't wait to get the Ortho 4XP working up again. Like full readback required. Yeah. Yeah, basically you'd be typing back to them the readback. Yeah, there you go. That's another good option, the Pilot Resource Center. I just did a lot of reviewing myself, because I used to do a lot of ATC comms, so it's just kind of getting, like I said, getting back into it. Or if you're new, it just takes a little bit more practice, learning what to say, the right verbiage, and how to say it. Danny, thanks for putting that on there, dude. Appreciate it. Just gonna step away real quick, get some drink, right back. Alright guys, and we are back. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button for not always daily, but a few times a week of X-Plane content. And if anyone who's just joined us, I know you guys have, some of you have heard this already, but if anybody knows how to do Ortho 4XP, please let me know. I'm trying to get mine set up. I've been running into some issues, and if anyone wants to help me out, I'm willing to give you guys like a payware aircraft or something for all your time, because I know it's time consuming. But I keep getting some error messages with it, so I'll be willing to hook you guys up with something if you help me out. If you know anyone, anything like that. I had an issue flying the Airbus on here the other day. The IRS aligned lights keep flashing during a pre-flight. Well, they normally do flash. At least they flash on mine too. And as soon as you align the IRS on the FMC or FMS, then they should stop flashing. Finally got out of DCA. Awesome. How? What's the flight time for you, CB? About 16 nautical miles out from BLD, and then once we hit GFS, another 14 miles after that we'll begin our descent. So we're not too far out. About 198 to the airport, so we should be on the ground in probably about, I'd say, 20 to 30 minutes. I don't know how to operate FMS. Yeah, that's no problem. Oh yeah, and the standard ATC on X-Plane, oh man, it is awful. Absolutely awful. Can't stand it. I don't even use it at all. But like I said, watch some YouTube videos, do some online reading on FMS operations. You can get a general idea of how to do it from watching the videos. It'll really help, at least to the point of where you can do a cold and dark start and basically go from nothing, no systems on, cold and dark, and get it programmed, up and running, all the way to takeoff. I mean, YouTube's a big help with that. Just make sure you're watching the right videos. Q8 Pilot, he's one of them that does some pretty good ones. He's really good about it, does some good tutorial videos. I would check into him. Captain Canada, he doesn't really do a lot of tutorial videos, but his live streams, he's good about, you know, you can kind of watch just what he does, and he does good ATC comms as well. He's been doing it for a long time. So if I were you, I would check out his channel as well. He can just kind of watch what he does and go from there. Then you can watch some tutorial vids and it will really break it down for you. And as long as that Phoenix approach is still there, it'll be a good test because he has an ATIS as well. So I'll be able to tune into that on the next flight. Well, I might be able to catch him now. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I can tune in on the way there to hear how he's coming through, if he's loud enough, and can work on it from there. You can do cold and dark. Oh, that's good. That's a big step right there, because that takes some time to learn. So if you got that part down, that's a big step. If any of you guys are just now joining us, welcome. I'm getting ready to start our descent here fairly soon into Palm Springs. Once we get to Palm Springs, we're gonna basically do a quick shutdown, restart, and then we're gonna head on over to Phoenix. Just a quick little 35-40 minute flight over there. I am going to tune into that ATIS just to see how I can hear him. 127.5. So let's just see how it comes through. If we can get it on there. Oh, there we go.
Arrivals from north, expect visual approach runway 26. Arrivals from south, expect visual approach runway 25 left. Departing runway 25 right. Notices to airmen. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Please take all short instructions. Please feel free to leave some feedback at your departure feedback. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information, Charlie.
Coming through pretty good, actually.
Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport Data Information, Charlie. 21510. Wind 221 at 7. Visibility 10. View clouds at 15,000. 25,000 scanner. Temperature 47. 2.2. Altimeter 2968. Simultaneous approach is in use. Arrivals from north, expect visual, approach runway 26. Arrivals from south, expect visual, approach runway 25 left. Departing runway 25 right.
Alright, so he's coming in.
Bird activity in the
8 is coming in pretty dang clear. So if it can come in like that, we should have no issues hearing the tower. As long as it sounds like that, we'll see. Because that would be great. Because I tell you, that departure was terrible. I could not hear anything. I think you guys probably could, but it's something, the settings in my headset, the engine noises are just so loud for me. Yeah, what's a fun airport to depart out of? I want to do fun takeoffs. Fun airports, let's see. I know that Orange County, KSNA, that's a fun one to depart out of. If you read the departure plate, it's kind of interesting. For noise abatement issues, when you depart you basically do a pretty solid fast climb up to 1,000 feet, and as soon as you hit 1,000 feet, you pull back your power, and you have to almost basically level out and fly out to over the ocean, and then once you get over the ocean, you can continue climbing. It's pretty fun. San Diego's another fun one. A little bit shorter runways. San Diego's almost kind of like in a fishbowl. That one's pretty fun. What else do you guys think? What's a couple more fun airports to fly out of with a 737? St. Martin's another one, TNCM. That one's fun to fly out of. Coming up to GFS here pretty soon, and then we will begin our descent shortly. Let's just go ahead and get this set up. Boeing Field, yeah, that one's great. So exciting. For any of you guys just joining us, welcome in. We're going to be getting our descent here pretty soon into Palm Springs. Departed Salt Lake City a little while ago. And a fun day of flying already. And, after Palm Springs, we're going to do a quick little jump, Palm Springs over to Phoenix, and then we'll be done flying for the day. Hope you guys are all having a great Monday. A lot of you guys are out of school now. If you're in school, of course. And if you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to give away X Enviro for X-Plane.
We are close to top of descent, sir.
Thanks, co-pilot. But yeah, X Enviro for X-Plane. If you already have it, we're just going to do a something of equal value. Could be like a couple payware planes, whatever. Trying to get VATSIM. Yeah, its setup doesn't take too long. Just like I said, once you download that plugin, make sure you're putting it in the right place in the file, and then you should be able to access it on the plugins page. that's gonna bother me. I know it's just the one, but oh well. I could only find the X-Plane 10 one, although I can't find the X-Plane 11 file. For what? For the Squawk Box, or it should, because Squawk Box, it should just be a file. I don't know if they have like a specific X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11. They should work for both. Alright, let's go ahead and start our descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seat belt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhang bins. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Man, that is super low pressure. That's crazy. Alrighty, go ahead and keep on descending down to 260. Go ahead and pull back some of the power, set it to 280 for now. Okay, so Squawk Box will be in my downloads, but it should pop up anyways. Well, what you have to basically, once you download Squawk Box, you have to put that, I believe it's resources, and then you have to put it in your plugins, in your actual X-Plane folder. Then you go to resources, plugins, and you actually put Squawk Box in there. Some of these clouds are giving us a few frame drops here, but should pick up here pretty quick. Pretty cool view. This is X Enviro clouds as well, so this is the giveaways. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'm gonna give away a copy of this. Pretty cool. CB, thanks for subbing, dude. When do you stream? Not quite every day. Sometimes I like to, Mondays, maybe Tuesday. It really just depends. I will say usually Monday, usually Wednesday, usually Friday and Saturday. For the most part, I will stream those days. So it's not a guarantee, but for the most part, I will. If I don't have anything going on, then I'll jump on. And if you guys are just joining us now, we begin our descent now into Palm Springs. Should be on the ground in about, I'd say 10-15 minutes or so. That's awesome. Yeah, whenever you want to join us, just hop on. You can hop on the stream and then figure out where we're going, and then you can get onto VATSIM and fly with us. That'd be awesome. Alright, go ahead and get on down to 16,000. So don't just put it in the resources folder. Go to the resources and then the plugins folder. You need to actually put it into the plugins folder. I don't think you can on VATSIM. I believe Pilot Edge you can, but I refuse to get Pilot Edge because Pilot Edge is, I believe, $40 a month, and don't really feel like putting in $40 a month for Pilot Edge. It is a great system, but yeah, no thanks to that. I wish you could do a shared cockpit on here. That'd be awesome. A lot of people on now, but no one for us. PC giveaway, yeah. Probably not going to do a PC giveaway. Maybe if we get to 100,000 subs, might do a PC giveaway. But yeah, not going to be doing that until we're a little bit higher in subs. Oh, we got SoCal
Altimeter setting.
Go ahead and contact him. Let's see here. On 124.5. Hopefully Hopefully we can hear him. SoCal approach, good afternoon. United 2020 leveling off at 160.
United 2020 SoCal approach right now.
And just hit the ident button, United 2020.
United 2020 is radar contact 30 miles northeast of the Palm Springs VOR. Just going to maintain 900,000 Palm Springs, altimeter 268, expect RNAV runway 13 right.
Alright, descend and maintain 900,000, altimeter 2968, and the RNAV for 13 right, United 2020. Alright, I can hear him a lot better this time, so that's really good. Could hear this guy no problem. Just, okay. Let me know the airline star mentioned is outdated. Yeah, I saw that too.
United 2020, you're very high. Can you accept a visual approach? I'll be able to go back in and do that instead, unless you prefer the harness.
Yeah, I could do the visual for United 2020.
United 2020, roger, turn left, heading 180, vectors for descent, descend and maintain 7,000.
180 and 7,000, United 2020. Oh no, don't freeze on me. Don't freeze on me. Come on. What's going on here? Oh boy, we're lagging out quite a bit. Alright, there we go. I was actually just following my FMS as far as height-wise, so not really all that high. Can't wait to see the landing. Yeah, I could definitely wait to see the landing. The landings have been a little rough for the A320, for me at least. Go ahead and bring our descent down a little quicker. Get out some speed brakes, slow us down. Yeah, we're actually not all that high, but because they want you to come in over the mountains, and when you're clearing these mountains, you have to be at least at 10,000. I'll be on ramp in the American 737. Awesome, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut this down and reload it.
United 2020, turn right, heading 300.
Right, heading 300, United 2020. Go ahead and bring it back some speed a little bit here, trying to get this thing to slow down. All right, Danny, sounds good. Yeah, trying to land the A320 for some reason for me has already been difficult, and then Palm Springs, which is already a pretty short runway, should make it pretty interesting. Let's do this. Had to get off X-Plane 11. Oh man, you're putting the pressure on me now. Putting the pressure on. I don't know if I can handle it. I am going to pick up my speed a little bit on the approach because I think I was coming in a little too slow. Are you using reverse?
United 2020 Palm Springs Airport at your 11 to 10 o'clock in 1.5 miles.
Got the airport in sight, United 2020.
United 2020 cleared visual approach runway 13 right.
Cleared for visual, runway 13 right, United 2020. No, I'm not using reverse. That's just the plane's engine starting to spool up because we were leveling off. There's the airfield right over there. Thought he'd give us a few more vectors in, but I guess not. It's an automatic, yeah, most definitely. No, are you gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna use the reversers on landing. Oh yeah, most definitely. Biggest issue I've seen so far with this plane though is sometimes only one reverse will kick in, and if that happens, you can best believe there is no coming back. This plane is going to crash. It actually happened to me a couple times already. I didn't crash because I noticed it quick enough, but I've noticed that it must be like a glitch or something because only one reverser will come on. Every now and then, it really just depends. So fingers crossed for this one. And if you guys are just joining us, we're on the visual for 13 right at Palm Springs. Airfield's right out over there. Gonna go ahead and start making a turn.
SoCal departure southwest 208 with this information. Quebec squawking 4763 requesting push out to Delta. Southwest 208 SoCal cleared turn push on to Delta approved. Approved Southwest 208.
Go ahead and start slowing down. It's the A320. This is the JAR design A320.
2020, wind 0806, runway 27 right, correction. Runway 13 right, cleared to land.
13 right, cleared to land, United 2020. Alright, got our landing clearance. Ready to bring her on down. Turn to the right here a little bit. Just go a little bit farther out.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Alright, let's go ahead and start our turn.
$2,500.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Alright, gears coming down.
Gear down. Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Alright, my aircraft. Let's slow her on down.
Spoilers armed. Speed checked. Flaps full.
Alright guys, here goes nothing.
Departure Southwest 208, ready to taxi. Southwest 208, runway 24 left taxi via Delta 9 or Echo Victor, or correction, Delta 7 Echo Victor. Delta 7 Echo Victor, Southwest 208.
Almost forgot that. Whoops.
1,000.
A little high still.
Approaching.
Spoilers
1,
disarmed.
3 right.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
Oh boy. Well, that was one of the better ones, but honestly, that was a rough landing. That was one of the better ones, though. Still rough. repeat that for United 2020.
United 2020, welcome. Comstring section parking via whiskey.
Taxi to parking via whiskey, United 2020, thanks. Yeah, we didn't make that taxiway. We're gonna have to exit off at the end here.
Flaps 3, flaps 2, flaps 1, flaps
Brakes are a little
0.
hot from that trying to stop. Let's turn on the brake fan, cool them off. As you can tell, that was a very short runway. So, yeah, I know that, and I had auto brakes on. I had to take over.
Departure.
Take over at the end.
Ready to go.
Because
Southwest 208, RNF Delray, wind
there was no way
2010, runway
auto brakes were
24
going to stop.
left. RNF Delray, 24 left, 34, take
Very
off.
short runway.
SoCal Bridge Delta 2763 with you, level 223, descending to the Ironman 1 arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to arrival.
Aircraft calling SoCal Parks again, call sign.
Safety and comfort. We ask that you please remain
Delta 2763.
Captain turns on and fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is
Delta 2763, SoCal Parks, clock 4677.
Yeah, I could do a replay for you real quick
4677, 2763.
after we taxi to the gate. But not too sure how I feel about the landing, if I even want to see the replay to that. But we'll do it. Because that was not one of my greatest landings. I'm amazed that it landed as good as it did, though. I've been really struggling with this plane, so I mean, every system-wise, great. Takeoff, cruise, easy stuff, and I usually have no issues landing.
2763, radar contact 20 miles northwest of the Fillmore VOR, descend via Ironman 1 arrival, Los Angeles, altimeter 2983, expect ILS runway 24 right approach. Delta 2763, descending to Ironman 1 arrival, expect 24 right.
My air brakes too, because
Southwest 208, tractor transponder code for me, please.
when on the arrival in here, I
Storm
pulled the
4763
throttles back and I
for
accidentally kicked the
Delta 208.
speed brake. It's right next to my throttles. I'm going to fix that for the next flight.
Southwest 208,
You're finally back? Alright, cool.
on your radar contact altitude.
Well, you're going to be, we're going
Through
to be doing a replay here
Southwest 208.
of this landing, because the landing was a little heavy.
Maintain 13,000.
So we're going to do a replay of that really quick.
13,000,
And
Southwest 208.
because they asked to see it. So we'll do a replay and then I'll get reset up and we'll get going for that flight.
SoCal Delta 2763, can we get the altimeter one more time? Delta 2763, Los Angeles, altimeter 2983, information came back is current. 2983, 2763.
Alrighty, we are here. Let's go ahead and get the
Park brake on.
parking brake on. Engine shut down. Go ahead and turn the radios off for now. Alrighty, we are here. We will go ahead and do a replay, even though this is not something that I'd like
Gear
to
up.
see.
Gear down. Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Here. There we go. That's the view I wanted. We can speed this up a little
Speed
bit.
checked. Flaps 0.
That was Palm Springs Airport. I'm just speeding it up here a little bit to get a little bit closer.
1,000.
Yeah, this plane is not one to stop too
500.
quick.
400.
Oh, I don't even
300.
want to relive this landing.
200. 100.
Something
50,
about this plane,
40,
it is just not
30, 20.
not friendly, I swear. Oh. And we even landed almost right on the 500 footers, or the 1,000 footers. So, you can see us just trying to slam on them brakes. Oh joy, the clapping. Alrighty, so we're gonna take a quick break so I can get this reset up. Real quick, I'm gonna disconnect from VATSIM. So I'm gonna get this set up for the next flight, and we will be back
Flaps
shortly.
0. Flaps 0. Flaps 0. Flaps 0. Flaps 0.
Alright guys, we are back. Sorry about that. As I was uploading the plane, I opened up Squawk Box and it crashed on me. So that is why I usually do a reset, and I even did a reset and still didn't work on me. So we are back now and get everything set up here. Haven't even logged back onto Squawk Box yet, just because last time I did, it crashed on me. So let's try and connect. Yeah, there it goes again. Something to do with Squawk Box now. So I may not be on VATSIM for this flight. Danny, of course, never fails. Never fails. Let me go ahead and remove this really quick. Just get this started back up. Yeah, obviously, as you can tell, having crash issues. So we're just going to do a normal flight, no VATSIM, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. At least we got to do one there. But we're going to try and reload it up. So unfortunately, yeah, obviously, yeah, that sucks, I know. I'm not too sure why it's doing it either. And that's the second time it did it. The second I opened up Squawk Box and connected and then tried to send a flight plan is when it would crash. It did that to me twice now, so looks like we'll be flying something else, or we're going to fly the same plane, but we're just going to have to fly without VATSIM, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. But in true X-Plane fashion, I don't know if it's X-Plane. I'll check the log text later to see, but get the plane loaded back up here, and I'll be back on in just a second. Alright guys, plane is loaded back up. Unfortunately, we are not going to be on VATSIM for this flight, but we'll still have fun. Danny, I'll rain check for that flight. Apologize for that. Yeah, there we go. That works. Can always do a pretend fly along for this flight instead. We've got a little bit of time for the IRS to align. set up here. Oh, whoops, that was my bad. Wasn't paying attention. Cruising at 180 today. So it's such a short little jump. Man, I'm so pissed. I don't understand what the reason for that was. It sucks. A shorter runway. We're gonna do a lower flex. Gonna do it again. Ay, ay, ay. Come on now. There we go. Oh, that's okay. That was my bad. No wonder. It has to be 40. Temp is, wow, 47 degrees Celsius. That's crazy. Alrighty, 47. Alright. This program, let me pull up my flight plan here. Departure 13 right. Arrival is ILS 25 left, airlines 4, BLH, alright. Clear that out. Only on an Airbus do you push on the down button to go up and the up button to go down. I mean, it makes sense, right? Alrighty. Again, if you guys are just joining us, thanks for tuning in. We're getting ready to depart Palm Springs. A quick little jump on over to Phoenix. We just got into Palm Springs from Salt Lake City. Alright, IRS will be aligned in 2 minutes. We've got a few more minutes to go before we can push back. Make sure everyone's
Ladies and gentlemen,
seated.
the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
It is a good looking plane, that's for sure. And I like this too, with the jar design, you can go into the settings and actually go to the old CFM motors, and you can lose the winglets and then have the old shark clips that are on there. So that makes it pretty cool.
Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight
One more minute
attendants.
left. Almost
Thank
there.
you.
Alright, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get ready for pushback. Let's call in the... Oh, that was another thing I needed to do, was turn off the ground power because we don't need it anymore. Get rid of that. Everything else looks good. Call for the tow. Alrighty.
Park brake off.
Let's get this show on the road.
Starting engine 2.
View of starting it up.
Park brake on.
Alright, let's say peace out to the tow. And let's go ahead and start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Gotta love the hydraulic system on this. The old barking dog hydros, yellow and green. Start over there. Go ahead and drop down the flaps.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2.
Now that the engine is started, go ahead and turn our packs back on. Keep bleed can go off. Turn off the APU. Alright, everything looks good up here. Taxi light on.
Park brake off. Spoilers arm.
And here we go. I know you can't see us, Danny, but have you left yet?
Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your hand.
About to taxi, nice.
Around your waist and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord, only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and light to attract attention.
Did you already get your clearance, I take it?
All the other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you.
Oh yeah, I got a deal. There we go. Must be nice. I'm a little jealous, actually.
Don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Double check that and see why it's crashing on me, and then we'll be back at it again for possibly tomorrow's stream. Trying to figure out where to fly tomorrow and what to fly. Not too sure yet. If you guys got any ideas or anything, feel free to drop them in that chat box. Just a reminder for anybody who's just joining us, ever be so kind and smash down that like and subscribe button. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to be giving away X and Viro for X-Plane, or something of equal value. I could always do like a gift card to the org store or whatever. Do our 1,000 sub giveaway. Sure is a long taxi, but you need every foot of this runway, that's for sure. Especially landing. Oh man, we came in at the 1,000 footers and a little bit before the 1,000 footers, and still it almost didn't stop. Brakes were all hot and everything. It was rough. Second leg of the day from Palm Springs to Phoenix. Should be about a 35-40 minute flight at the most. Thinking about one of these days doing a longer haul flight, maybe with that A320 that I just bought. Maybe like a JFK to LAX or something. Be pretty fun. on the takeoff roll. Man, you must have taxied like 50 knots. How'd you get there so much quicker? I'm just turning onto the runway right now. Up some power. Toga.
Power set.
On runway 13, right.
Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up.
Start our turn. Tell it's hot out. Aircraft performance is super well.
Speed check. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 0. Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Sorry if you hear growling or whatever in the background. It's my dog playing right now. Oh yeah, here comes that heat layer. When it gets this hot in areas like this, you get that heat layer. Quite a lot of heavy turbulence until we can bust through. Usually it's around 10,000 feet, sometimes a little lower. But for heat like this, I'm sure it's up there quite a ways. Are on our way to Phoenix. Love some of these different views, and the coolest part is depending on where you're at in the plane, it adjusts the sounds. pretty impressive. I can't wait to hear. I haven't even downloaded the A330 yet. I just bought it, but I haven't downloaded it yet. Can't wait to hear what that sounds like. Thank all you guys today who've joined us for the flight. Really appreciate it. Like to have some fun, do some flying. So thanks for being a part of that. I am going to step away for about 5 minutes. I got to take my dog outside. He's whining at the door. So I'm going to take him outside really quick, and I will be right back, guys. Alrighty guys, I am back. Let's see where we're at. Looks like we're just hitting the top of cruise.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened. Thank you.
Turn off that
Ladies and
seatbelt light.
gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated. You may now turn on your electronic devices such as calculators, CD players, and laptop computers. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around
Not
the
too
cabin
sure why it
to
doesn't
offer
let you do the max
drinks,
auto brake.
as well as breakfast, dinner, supper,
Because that could have come in handy when we were
alcoholic drinks are also available
landing
at a nominal charge with our
in Palm
compliments.
Springs.
Also, we will be showing you our video presentation. Now,
Danny, I am watching you on, what is it, VATSIM? I don't know if you're on there, but I'm watching. I can see your flight right now. Sorry to be repeating myself again, but I don't know if there's anyone new joining us. Wanted to throw this idea out there. If anyone knows how to do Ortho 4XP, been running into a few issues, let me know. I'll definitely repay you for helping me out, because I really want to get Ortho 4XP up and running on this. And I keep running into some error messages, and I'm not too sure what to do, so I'm trying to get some help. So if you guys know anyone or know how to, just let me know, and we can set something up, because I'm really trying to, I think that's just going to set this whole thing off, because I hate not having the Ortho 4XP. I mean, the scenery's not terrible in X-Plane 11, but it's also not Ortho 4XP. That is just unbelievable. Music playing up in here. Sorry I had to pull that screen up, but I like the soundtrack that this is, so it works. And it can't be copyrighted, apparently, so that makes it nice too. Alright guys, we are going to be starting our descent here into Phoenix pretty soon. Figured we could cut the music now, kill a little bit of time in between. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are descending here shortly into Phoenix from Palm Springs. Quick little flight. Thank you guys all for joining us today, whether you are here from the beginning or just coming in now. Always like to have a good time and fly, talk simulation, flying, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys subscribe too, because as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to do an X and BERYL giveaway. So those are always fun to do. Unfortunately, we had some issues with VATSIM. Crashed on me twice. We did VATSIM flying from Salt Lake City to Palm Springs, but the Palm Springs to Phoenix flight for some reason just wasn't going for it. So unfortunately, we are not doing VATSIM for this flight. But I'll check into it, see what's going on, and hopefully have that back up and running for tomorrow's stream. I'm still trying to figure out what to do, like what route to do, and what plane to fly. Haven't really decided yet. We did the CRJ, we've done the MD-80, the A320. I tried the IXEG. That was kind of a joke, just since not fully X-Plane 11 compatible. Maybe I'll do like a 757 or something. A330 will come later. So yeah, maybe 7.5, or I have the 7.6, or maybe even the ERJ 175 or 195. I flew each of them once. I haven't really flown them hardly at all, so maybe I'll give those ones a try. I like to try different planes on the stream, and it's good too for anybody looking to purchase one of these payware. I've got quite a few of them, so I'll put what aircraft I have in the description or in the chat here, but that way you can kind of get an idea if the plane is worth it or not. So we're just going to go ahead and start our descent, so we're not having to do such a rapid descent. We are getting pretty close to the airfield.
We are close to top of descent, sir.
Rather, got 2 minutes till top of descent. Alright, cool. Yeah, I pretty much am hitting my top of descent right now. I just started a little bit early because I don't want to have to drop down so quick, so rather just little bit early, probably about 5-10 miles early. you guys are just joining us, welcome in. We're beginning our descent into Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Took off from Palm Springs a little while ago. It's actually a very quick flight, which is nice. It's always nice to do quick flights. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Seems like biggest problems I've had is with this microphone. So just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Get our auto brakes set. Hopefully won't need to use the brake fan this time because this runway is quite a bit longer. Winds are fairly calm. 260 at 6. Not bad at all. Very warm here in Phoenix. .47 degrees Celsius, so 117 degrees. It's pretty toasty. I'll stick to my 80. I'm good with that. Let's bring out some speed brakes, slow us down a little bit. No, I'm doing 25 left.
Spoilers arm.
Continuing our descent on into Sky Harbor. That right out there is KIWA, that's Mesa Gateway Airport. Sky Harbor is probably right around this post. Somewhere out there, it's hard to see on here. Oh, duh, it's right back there. That looks so bad. Yeah, the scenery isn't the greatest. As soon as I get the Ortho 4 XP up and running, we'll be good to go. Just need to get that going. It's X-Plane in general, so I take it you're not a big X-Plane fan. You must like, what do you like, FSX, P3D? Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Approach phase activated. Spoilers disarm.
Down here. P3D version 4, yeah, I don't know, it's hit and miss really for me. It's up, it has its ups and downs. Both have their negative, both have their positive.
$2,500.
Speed checked. Flaps 1. Speed is not okay for next flaps
Oops,
position.
Didn't mean to hit that button anyways. Alright, I'm taking over now.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Let's go ahead and bring the gear down.
Gear down. Radio altimeter alive. Spoilers arm. Speed checked. Flaps 3.
And flaps 4.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
I'd like to hear though your reasoning. What is it that you like about P3D version 4 over X-Plane? Just kind of curious, because that way we can all kind of, you know, because we all think, you know, we all have our reasons why. I'm just curious what yours would be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been cleared to land at the arrival airport. Please make sure one last time your seatbelt is securely fastened. The flight attendants are currently passing around the cabin to make a final compliance check and pick up any remaining cuffs and glasses. Thank you.
One thousand.
Approaching 25 left.
$500. 400. 300.
100 above.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 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 Retard.
Descend.
Retard.
Spoilers full.
Oh, that one.
First green.
That one's a little bit better. That was a. We're getting there. We're getting her down a little bit quicker.
70 knots.
A little bit quicker. We're getting there. It's gonna take us some time. Not sure why it came to a complete stop. I turned the auto brakes off. Oh well.
Flaps 3. Flaps 1. Flaps 0.
I was a little bit lower than you too, Danny. So yeah, I got down a little bit quicker. Shafter, thanks, buddy. It's been an experience with this plane, that's for sure. That is for sure. Definitely been a learning curve, and I'm pretty good at. I can pretty much land a lot of aircraft on here, but I've been struggling with this A320. Ah, I don't know why that does that. Well, welcome to Phoenix, guys. We're going to taxi on over to Terminal 2. With the manual thrust, that was nice. Yeah, I know that I like to take over. I don't like the auto throttle on landing. I know Airbuses, they're a little bit different with auto throttle. Once we get over here, we'll do a quick replay. Yeah, 100% agree with you. That pitch oscillation, as soon as if you add power, take away power, that nose either goes up or down, and I've noticed that when I pull the power, I don't pull the power anymore when it says to. I pull the power a little bit later, because if I do, that nose drops, and that's when my landings get just ridiculously rough. So it's just kind of a learning curve with this plane. parking over here in Terminal 2 where United's at in Phoenix. I did have a crash here the other day as far as the X-plane goes, so I'm hoping it doesn't crash on me now that we've gotten this far. Guess I could bring those up too. Alright, parking
Park brake
on.
on.
Let's go ahead. Oh, let's go on. There we go. Shut down those engines. Oh, that was already off. Need to do that. Alright, guys, welcome to Phoenix. So let's go ahead and really quick before we go, let's go ahead and do a little
Speed checked.
replay
Flaps full.
here. Let's see. Go ahead and do this view. You can see they're moving around a little bit. All that, there's quite a bit of turbulence, a little bit unstable air from all that heat.
1,000.
How come my approach was so stable? Just a lot of practice with this
500.
plane. I've been trying to practice at least for like the last 3 days with it. It's still, it's a, oh man, is it a beast to land. I tell you, this plane is so difficult to get a smooth touchdown. This was the smoothest touchdown I've had
300.
so far, and it really wasn't that great. I mean, it was definitely acceptable, but it was not that great of a touchdown.
200.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with that pitch oscillation.
100.
Really got to just be smooth with it
50.
and be ready for
40,
it.
30. 20.
Wasn't too bad. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has issues and fighting with it. Alright, and that's where we stopped awkwardly. Let's go ahead and get one more view of the outside.
30. 50. 100. 200. 300.
One more view here. You're going to see probably a little harder of a touchdown from the outside.
200.
A330 is a bit better. Yeah, I just bought the A330 yesterday, actually, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Well, a little rough. We'll get better. We'll work on it. So, on that note, guys, it is time to end the stream. I appreciate all of you guys for joining in, and if you haven't yet, smash down that like button and subscribe. When we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to be doing an X Enviro giveaway. So again, I appreciate all you guys who have joined in today, and we will be streaming again tomorrow. So I appreciate all you guys, and we will talk to you later. Have a good Monday night.